Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. Hope you're all having an amazing day. We're starting off with the black pieces against an 1854 from Bangladesh. We have a d4 here. Let's go ahead with d5 and we'll go for an Albin counter gambit. I don't think we've had one of these in a hot minute, so we'll see what happens, see if we remember the theory. And they take, which is good. We know this. We push d4 here. This is the whole point of the gambit. You're trying to limit this c3 square for the knight. You're trying to stop any e3 ideas. And we're just looking to both defend this pawn and sort of attack this. So the general plan is knight e2, knight g6. And I think we mentioned before, but this is probably the main line. Other lines include knight d2 and a3 are both good lines. So we'll go ahead with knight e7. And then go straight to knight g6. A3, you know, same thing really. You combine a lot of these moves eventually anyway. So we'll just go ahead with our plan. We'll take this pawn and take back as well. So we have to be a bit mindful here, I think. I think a bishop g4 here could work. And look to trade off this knight potentially. Alternatively, we could just grab this pawn. In fact, I think it's probably the right thing to do. Threaten this pawn as well. Let's go for it. We'll just grab it. There's no b7 weakness at the minute, so I'm all happy with that. Bishop f4 is a potential move. Although I guess we just grab the pawn there, which is cool. They go, we'll take. Try to get this one, probably like there. That's interesting. Check. Okay. So I was expecting like d2 here to cover this. But we could try just a bishop d7 is an idea. And this queen has to go somewhere, right? The problem is this b7 square, so the queen would probably go back to c2 just to cover this. At which point we have d3 as an idea. So bishop d7, queen c2, d3. Oh no, we can't because we blocked our queen with this bishop. So the move is probably actually a c6 here. C6, just go for d3. Bishop d7, queen c2. You've got to defend this pawn somehow. So you've probably got to go c6 anyway. So you might as well just go now. There, d3 is probably an idea here now. Now that the king's not covering the d2 square. Actually, no, because they're both covering d2. There. Okay. Bishop e6 is probably valid. You're going to struggle potentially covering this pawn. So we'll go for bishop e6. Hit that. Queen b6 is an idea. Hitting this pawn potentially. Either that or we play just like a bishop e7, bishop f6, sort of x-raying this d pawn, covering it that way. And it's important to know here we are no longer down a pawn. We've got the pawn back, which is good. We really need to castle as soon as possible. Okay. That seems... I don't know. It seems wrong. It seems like you're blocking your queen in almost. Can we try trap the queen somehow? Realistically, we just need one attack on that queen. How can we do that? How can we add one attacker onto this queen? Is it possible? Is it possible? Aha. Oh no, I wanted a d3 pawn takes, knight takes, knight c5. But that's not possible. A, because they don't have to take. and B, because that's then blocking the bishop from covering b4, which is annoying. Is a6 an idea? a6, b6? No, because bishop takes... No, bishop takes, knight takes. Then queen takes. Ooh. Ooh. It doesn't feel right, basically. I can't figure out a way to just get it yet. I think d3 is probably a valid choice. Oh, d3, e3. No. No, not quite. If we go like queen d7, does that work? No, then we're losing a5. Plus, when we move d4, we're losing control of c3, which is still very important as an idea. Queen b8? Queen b8, rook d1? No. Thing is, this queen's very, very trapped. We literally just need to hit it one time. Like, you push that, you lose that. You push that, it's still very much covered. And you lose that. So maybe just a queen b8 here. Supporting the b5 push. Or, yeah, b5. Then takes. Bishop takes. No, bishop back. Yeah. I think a queen b8 maybe. Queen b8. It's a so-so move. It's not something I want to do, but I think tactically it works. Just b5 here. Takes, queen takes. Oh no, we've lost control of A now. So we'll go bishop d6 here. We'll go bishop d6. Yeah, that was so stupid. We literally said we can't move the queen because we need to cover a5. Gosh. We have threats of takes c4 here. Is valid. Potentially winning 2 pawns. Because we've lined up the bishop and queen. So they take. And now d3 is a terrible threat for them. I mean, it's just brutal, right? Oh, they have bishop takes, though. Oh, but b5. No, I think castles here, right? Castles, they need to move the rook somewhere. Yeah, just castles. We need to be safe. We've got the bishop pair. Same as yesterday, actually, as well, which is great. Yeah. Now a b5. Takes. There. Bishop there. Queen there. There. No, bishop's getting the rook at the end, which is annoying. So we'll go... a5 as an idea is great. Because that covers both our problems. We should have just done that at the start, really. Yeah, we should have just done a5. And now b5? That's terrible for them. They've blocked in their bishop now. So they're not even threatening the rook. Just b5 here. Trapped queen. Seems like it. I mean, they're getting a bit of compensation for it, but it's nothing crazy. Like, maybe up the exchange. Up a rook, maybe, for a queen, which is still good for us. And we just have to be worried about time now. We spent a lot of time figuring this stuff out, which wasn't ideal. But I think we can win this in 2.5 minutes, if we're quick. I might have to shut up for a minute, though. Might have to shut up for a minute or two. I think we take the knight here. Yeah, and then, yeah, that's the exchange. Perfect. So we're up the exchange. We've got a bishop b3 is an idea. Bishop c4 is an idea as well. Getting that pawn. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. d3. Yeah, they're resigned. Whoo! I'm not going to rematch you, sir, unfortunately. Good game, though. Very good game. They completely just underestimate that queenside trap, which is not good for them. We got a 92.3% accuracy. Not bad at all. Versus a 78.2. 2400 apparently versus a 2000. Let's have a look at these ideas, because there was some interesting stuff in here. So we know the theory. We know this very, very well. Well, that's probably an overstatement, but we know it good enough. This queen check's not theory, so we're out of book here. We're on our own at this point. But it doesn't seem right. You know, you want your queen threatening this pawn. And you want your knight out to potentially be after a b4 push as well, just to claim more space on the queen side, really. So c6 is the only real way. I don't think there's any other valid moves the computer's suggesting. If it loads, please. It's not loading. My Wi-Fi must be bad. Oh, there we go. Bishop d7's apparently okay as well. Actually, no. It's not liking that. c6 is the only move that retains some sort of advantage. Castles. And then bishop e6, I felt I just needed to develop as well. It's not bad. Bishop e7's the recommended one. And then this is a mistake. a5 here is just way better. It solves all our problems, really. Maybe we go like a bishop d7 or something. But yeah, it's just not good. a5's way, way better. This queen's scared for its life, basically. And the knight is covering this, so there is no tactics. Not that there is really anyway. But yeah, it's just nice. The continuation is bishop b2. And you're not even bothering, really. You can just keep the queen here out the way. And you're looking to castle, I guess. Yeah. And the queen's just out the game over here. And this is a minus 1.7, minus 2 advantage here for black. So yeah, it's just positionally good. Like, you're not winning anything immediately, but it's easy for white to mess up as well. They trade off. We go bishop there. So we weren't happy here. We played this out of lack of a better move because we didn't see this a5 idea yet. So we were on the back foot, I will admit. But they traded off, and I think that gives us the advantage with the bishop pair, especially with like push threats and stuff. We castled. Apparently you can push here. I was worried about some tactics. Apparently you can. What was I worried about? What was I worried about? Am I seeing ghosts? Was I seeing ghosts there? Potentially. I'm not sure why I didn't push, actually. What did I do? What did I do? Castles. Why did I not do that? I'm not sure. What was I afraid of? I don't know. Because if they go for this, then you just block with the bishop. Yeah? I'm not sure why I didn't do that. I said that as well. I was like, it doesn't work. But apparently I'm stupid. And then they just let us trap the queen. Simple as, really. c5 is the only surviving move. Equal. I'm not sure why I said equal. But this is minus 0.2, so this is still even. And you just play on. You've got, I guess, the queen's still half trapped. And you've got a bit of a runaway pawn. Other than that, like, these bishops are okay in the center. They can get kicked about a bit. This knight's really nice once it gets to either of these squares. And yeah, it's just a game, really. There's not much else to say, but they trap the queen. We capitalize, we take. They didn't bother going for the rook. Actually, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, why is that not liking takes then? Is it wants knight c6, apparently? Queen e8. Apparently King h8 is the best move there. That's wild. Why can't you just take the free pawn? I'm not sure. Okay, fair enough. That's a wild continuation, but this plays itself. They go rook there, which gives us tempo. I think rook d2 is probably better. Good move, apparently. But we were looking for a bishop there. Is a threat winning this pawn. And then you can try target this one. It might be harder than it needs to be to get that pawn, but yeah, they give us more hits. This is actually quite interesting. I thought rook d2 was the better move, just covering this with some potential pins. I guess I would just move this rook over though, not too complicated. But this is actually quite interesting because if I take, that's an interesting idea, but again, just rook e8 solves all the problems really. And you can just take this and trade off into a rook up endgame. So it is pretty simple. I don't think there's much else to this game, really. They just trapped their queen. That's about it. Other than that, they played well. A bit off theory, but yeah, that's practically it. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked. And I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.